Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of Vulnhub machines. Vulnhub is very great platform which is designed to sharpen your cybersecurity skills enormously. Before we get started, however, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's jump in and start hacking away through this machine. This machine is the most interesting ones I've read down recently, which involves so many important techniques such as proxy chain. So this machine is the worst Western hotel. I've already imported the machine into the virtual box. So now we can head over to Linux. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the video. Again, this video will be going on for a bit long time. So please be patient and bear with me. Okay, sudo net discover and press enter. So as you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 252. As you know, the first one is the IP address assigned to host machine. In my case, is Windows host. And the second one is internal DHCP server of VirtualBox. So maybe we can note down such information. So what are we going to do next? We need to do port and self scanning with Nmap. To save time of this video, I've already done that before. So now we can cut out its results. As you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So then we can retrieve results anytime. So from the Nmap scanning results, although you can notice here, the IP address has been changed as I re-imported the machine into the VirtualBox. And this time, the machine has been assigned with different IP address. So from the Nmap scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information Apache 2, and didn't follow redirect. So maybe we need to append this host name to the host file later. And the second open port is 1080, which is running SOCKS file. This is very famous and common proxy. And however, as you can see over here, username and password authentication required. Okay, maybe we can note down such information as well. Port 80, which is running HTTP, and 1080, which is running SOCKS5. Okay, so what shall we do next? We need to enter emulation stage. We need to emulate the web application both manually and automatically. Let me open up the Firefox, not Firefox, and put the IP address of the target into the address bar. Press enter. Again, we are having trouble finding that site. So we need to append this host name to the host file in emulation. So HTTP. So how to do? You can use editor like Vim or Nano to open up the editor and append this entry into the host file. But let me do it with one line command. So sudo, not sudo, echo and the IP address of the target, and followed by the domain name. Use the pipe operator sudo t with option of -a to append host file. Okay, so now if we refresh the page, of course the part I didn't like this machine was the web application is responding a bit slow. Okay, so let me pause the video. Right, it's loaded finally. Now we need to do some information gathering manually, and here some links, but they are not hyperlinks. Okay, so now we can go back. I'd like to check its source code. A lot of HTML code, but I don't think we can find anything useful from this source code. So next, I'd like to check whether robots file is available. So this page is not available. Next, let me launch Nikto to do the automatic immersion. So Nikto can give us information like the version information, request header, and also common directories or files can be enumerated. Although Nikto has, some, a bit small built-in dictionary. But anyway, I don't think we can find anything useful from Nikto. Next, we can launch the GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. Let me specify the URL of the target, and we can use W option to specify the word list, directory, extension option, press enter. However, we got an error. The server returns a status code that matches the provided options for non-existing URLs. You can turn to use the domain name rather IP address, but I will put the option of exclude lanes, exclude lanes 0, press enter. So now the GoBuster can run as normal as before or as usual. Okay, download. But this is the status is 403 docs tools. I'd like to pause the video. All right, as you can see over here, GoBuster has already discovered many directories like download, tools, themes, modules, upload, but I think most of them will be redirected automatically to the home page, except this one. And again, this process is pretty much slow. So I'd like to copy and note it down to our notebook. Next, I'd like to access this configuration file and surface access to camera surveillance network. And we can copy, maybe we can copy and paste over here. So from this message, we can tell something. First, there will be the hidden network, and its network is 1.0. And to access this network, we need to use this username and password. However, this password will be changed regularly. It means that maybe the password itself doesn't work. Okay, and also we can find the change log. We can copy and to access this change log, because sometimes we can get some version information here. This should be the CMS version. We can, and also I think we can get its version, right? So now we can use such as sprite, and paste over here. So cross-site, but the version doesn't match. So maybe next we need to check whether this version is vulnerable to cross-site scripting vulnerability. Let me get its copy to current working directory. So the post insert payload. So the host control back email create the cookie. All right, maybe now this exploit is not useful to some extent. So now let's go back. Of course I do not want to wait GoBuster to finish. I do not think, because I do not think GoBuster can find anything else. So just I mentioned in the other videos, if you have already followed my channel, if you didn't, please do it now. Sometimes we need to combine or integrate different utilities. For example, this time I like to use GoBuster. This is another very important directory immersion tools. Let's press enter, and I'm going to pause the video again. As you can see over here, find another directory. Even GoBuster didn't find it earlier, so we can paste over here. Next, we can use this credential to log in. Okay, although here there is one hyperlink to login, but if you try to, for example, we can copy the password, and this should be the email address. So we can guess maybe the domain name is this one. So we can copy, and the username email should be prime. Okay, now we can sign in, but it doesn't work. So how about admin panel? This directory is loaded very slow. I don't know what's the issue, but so this is the part I do not like this machine. Except this one, I think this machine is fantastic. It's very interesting. So to save the resource of the target machine, maybe it would be better to stop the GoBuster. Okay. Yeah. So now we can try to use the prime and the domain name and also the password. We can copy and paste over here. Login. It doesn't work either. So what just we analyzed earlier, this information should be very useful for us. So also based on the Nmap scanning, we know that the target has SOCKS5 proxy running on this port number. Next, maybe we need to make brute forcing against this SOCKS5 service. So how to do? Normally we can use Hydra, and we can, let me autocomplete this command. Usually we can use Hydra to brute force the SOCKS5 or the SSH service or FTP service. Hydra can support a variety of online services. But I don't know why. Maybe some other guy can do this very well, but I don't know why the Hydra is behaving very slow. I don't know. Maybe we need to change to the domain name. We can copy from notebook or from the browser. I don't know. So let's just try it. Press enter. We can use the normal L option to specify the username and use the uppercase P to specify the password dictionary or word list. This time I'm using locq word list, and then specify the service and the host name or IP address of the target. Okay, so based on my earlier practice with this machine, the Hydra will take a very long time, maybe 1 hour. So I don't think it's a good choice for this case. So to make brute force against this or SOCKS5, I'd like to use Nmap. Nmap can support many types of scripts, and not just conducting port and service scanning, even can do some kinds of brute forcing. Let me get its location of such a script, the Nmap. All scripts should be leaving this directory scripts, and SOCKS, this one is what I'm looking for. And we need to specify the some arguments, and you don't know how to do, you can go to this page to get its help. Okay, so now how to do, we can use the Nmap. Let me autocomplete this command. So this time I use of course the script. This is the different option or argument I have to set here, script, and followed by the name of the script. And then this case we need to specify the arguments, and we need to provide 2 arguments. Here the first is the username. Okay, sorry, I forgot to create the username dictionary or word list. So prime, and so username. So I can use the same file name, right? Username text. So now, and the second, if you don't know how to do that, you can get help from here, right? So yeah, this one. So the argument. So where is the argument? So the argument, where? I think you can find it around here. Usernames, not here. Oh, I can use user DB. Yes, user DB. Yeah, user DB, and also the password DB. you can specify these two options, and then now we can press enter. So now it's making brute forcing against SOCKS5 service. I'm going to pause the video. This will take maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I think it will be much shorter in comparison to Hydra. All right, as you can see over here, you know, valid credentials have been found within 119 seconds, very quick. So I don't know why I failed to retrieve password by Hydra. It should work, but it didn't, at least in my case. So now we can copy these credentials. So the SOCKS5 credentials. So next we need to configure its configuration file. Later, we need to use SOCKS5 as jump board, and based on this jump board, we need to access the other networks, as you can see over here. For example, like this one, I've already made a copy. Access the camera surveillance network. Maybe also there are other networks available. So now, how to how to configure this configuration? We can use the Vim editor and ProxyChains configuration. Provide my password, and we can uncomment out this line to make it dynamic chain, and also we can come out this line. Next, we need to add our proxy, SOCKS5 proxy. We can go to its end, and now we can copy this line by pressing keys Y twice and then use the P, so we can get its copy. Sorry, we can use the U and change it to SOCKS5, and the IP address of the target is 252, and the port number is 1080. Next, we need to specify its username and password. So we can copy the username and password. And also we need to come out SOCKS4 proxy. Okay, so I think that's it. Next, we need to do furthermore Nmap scanning, or not Nmap scanning. We need to do net discover sudo. We can use the sudo ProxyChains followed by the net discover, followed by the interface of Linux. Press enter. So this time we found 2 additional IP address, and networks are different. So maybe we can copy what? So I cannot. Maybe. So now we can find another network. Because just now, of course, you can ignore the last 3 IP addresses. Okay, we have already know that. Because of this information, we need to, although we found, this time we found 2 additional networks, but this time I think we should focus on this network. So I'd like to make, we can use ProxyChains, the Nmap with option of and maybe we can, I do not want to make such scanning too long, so I can specify the port number like 8043. Let's press enter. Now it starts its scanning, and all traffic will go through this SOCKS5 proxy, and it's done. And I think now we can, so the closed, let's scroll up. So the Nmap scan. So I don't think it scans correct. Sorry, I think I forgot to do one thing for the configuration of SOCKS5. Let me open up this configuration file, and we can go to which line. We need to enable proxy DNS. Yes, we need to come out of this line. Now let me make, proxy chains. So now let's do it again. Filtered. I think something is wrong. Okay, I'm back. You know what? Very weird thing happened. I like to swear I didn't, get a configuration file of proxy chains. I didn't modify. I didn't change anything. When I did the machine the first time, the proxy chains can work with a map very well. But when I'm recording this video, for whatever reason, the Nmap has been going on strike for me. I don't know, and I cannot find a way to, for example, specify the proxy directory with the Nmap. Very, very weird. And it looked like the Nmaps, normally I can just simply press chains and Nmap, and I use this option to, to scan port number and save the information, right? But if you hit enter, the traffic didn't go through the proxy chains. So very, very weird. Yes, I have to admit. So now I spent a bit long time to fix this issue. I alternatively I use a Metasploit console. As you know, Metasploit console has module which you can conduct TCP scanning, right? But unfortunately, although the this module can support proxies, but this built-in proxy option cannot specify the username and password. But in our case, we need to provide the username and password to be authenticated to the target machine. So how to do? I just use this way, ProxyChains, and followed by Metasploit console, and then we can do the operations as usual. And as you can see over here, now all traffic will be going through ProxyChains. And so as you can see over here, I think it's almost done. Oh, not yet. So I think most of hosts in this network is done, except the 1.124. Maybe let me, yeah, not this one. So let's scroll up. So around, let's continue my scrolling. 124. Yes, as you can see, this port number 443 and 80 is open for this host, for this IP address. We can copy and paste over here. So now I think we need to access this port number on this host. Okay, so how to do? I think it's almost finished. It doesn't matter. We can open up the Firefox, but again, we need to use ProxyChains. Otherwise, the Firefox traffic will not go through the target machine, which is running on the port number 1080. So let me open up the Firefox. And let's access this IP address. It's loading. Okay, it's loaded. So now, login page, and we can try to use admin as username, admin as password to login, but it doesn't work. So next we can try to use bypass login technique. 1 equals 1 and hyphen and anything login. It doesn't work either. Actually, this username is vulnerable to XSS or cross-site scripting vulnerability. Next, we need to exploit this vulnerability. How to do? Let me check whether I think it's almost done. I think it's done. Okay, so not this one here. So we got I think the final result. Let me exit from the Metasploit console. Let's go back. So how to utilize this vulnerability? We need to construct a payload of XSS. Okay, so I've already prepared this JavaScript code. Let me copy. This will create the object of image, and then for the script, or for image, it has attribute source, and we can specify the IP address of our clinics, and we'll then the administrator will send when they log in, and they will send the cookie to our web server. So let me copy, and we can set up the web server on the Linux, waiting for collection from this application. Or when the user, if you open up the developer tool, go to the storage, you can see now the PHP session ID, even we didn't make any successful authentication, we have got the the cookies, and which contains PHP session ID. So the password, anything. Now, if we go back, and we need to wait for a while, wait admin to log into the application, and then we can get some kinds of cookie, and then we can, bypass the login with administrator's cookie. I'm going to pause the video. All right, our web server is getting this session ID. We can copy, but I don't know whether this ID belongs to admin user. We can change it, and we can go to the home page, press enter. I think it's working. All right, I think we have already got access to camera's network. Okay, and so many status IP address. So now we can check its source code. And if you check the source code very carefully, here are some images. And except this image, other images have the normal name. So maybe caught our attention most, we can copy and access with the browser. So this is the picture. If you if you enlarge this picture, you can find, of course, this is a very difficult to find. You can see there's some kinds of username and password, on the surface of this screen, of this computer. Let me get down such username and passwords. Okay, so the username would be, so username Peter, and the password bird world. So now, but we don't know where to use this username. Do you remember earlier we found this admin panel? So I think it's worth using these credentials to access the admin panel. So let me close up this browser, because we do not need to use ProxyChain anymore. This doesn't require to use the SOCKS5 proxy. So maybe we can use the domain name rather than IP address. It's loading. I'm going to pause the video again. All right, it took a bit a while to load this page. So anyway, here, however, we need to provide email address rather than username. So maybe we can use this as domain name for the email. We can copy from browser, address bar of the browser, enter. So now we can try to use this email and its password to log in. And we can copy and log in. I think it's working. Fantastic. So next we need to, we need to wait. Maybe I need to pause the video again. As I said at the very beginning, the part I do not like it very much with this machine is this application is responding very slow. It's loaded up completely. Next, we need to find the location where we can upload web shell to this application. To save time, I'd like to go straight to the location. Yeah, themes. As WordPress, we can go to themes and try to replace existing template file with our web shell file. But this application is a bit different. Okay, I'd like to pause the video again. All right, here on the top, on the right top, you can see the two buttons. One is to import new theme. We will do this later. And now we can export existing theme. We can export and we can download it to Linux. And afterwards, we need to add our own web shell to this theme. But again, I'd like to pause the video because this application will take a very long time for every step. All right, now we can choose the theme that you want to export. And this is the name of our current theme. We can save. Again, I'd like to pause the video. Okay, if you want, you can change something. Some information like a name, email, but I'm not going to do. I just click save. Right, as you can see over here, the theme has been downloaded to Linux, and then we can turn up the terminal, bring up the terminal, and we can move from downloads directory to current working directory. Now we need to prepare one web shell. We can, I'd like to locate the shell. We can copy from this place, and we need to do some modifications. Yeah, the IP address of attacking machine here should be Linux. And if you want, you also can change port number. This is listening port number on the Linux, waiting for collection from the target. So next, maybe we can open the folder, navigate to our working directory, and double click and go to themes. Go to hotel reservation theme, and then we can drag this web shell to be. We can, doesn't matter. So here I can open new folder. Okay, so now how to do? Let me make smaller. Now we can, so this should be unzip, and now we can drag and drop to be here and close this window. Let me confirm we have already added our shell file to the zip file. Let me open this folder again. So hotel. So unzip. Go to themes. Go to hotel. So yeah, this file web shell has been appended, not appended, added to the themes. So next, let me go back to this application. We need to import our, this updated theme to the application, and we need to go to reference themes again. This will take another bit of while. Now we can import the updated theme by clicking this button. Now we can add the file and navigate to our working directory. So this one. But of course, you click save, you will get error. You will know what I mean afterwards. Alright, as you can see over here, we are getting error. We are presented by this error. I can make it bigger. So this theme, hotel reservation theme, already installed. So how to solve this issue? We can go to, we need to rename the current theme, okay? And let me go to the themes again. To rename the current theme, we can go to advanced settings. All right, you can rename this theme to whatever. For example, I just simply adding the hyphen and old, or anything. So now we can save. Now that we have already renamed the current theme, we can repeat the process of importing theme, and we can add, and we can add the file, select zip file, and save. As you can see over here, we got a message of successful upload. So next we need to access our uploaded web shell to get initial foothold on the target. Before we access this web shell, we can set up the listener on the canonics, waiting for collection from the target. Let me make the font be bigger so you can see what's going on. And this file should be under, or should be located under themes directory. So primes, themes, hotel, and shell.php. Let's press enter. I think it's working, but we didn't get the shell. Interesting. Let me check. It's shell. Oh, my bad. I mistyped this IP address, so this shell will not work. Sorry about this. I need to repeat the steps again, but I don't want to waste your time. When I get the initial foothold ready, and then I will come back. See you there. All right, I'm back. Sorry about the mistake I made. I spent much more time than I should have needed. Anyway, I can get the foothold or get the shell on the target. So maybe we can spawn beta shell by Python. Python 2 is there. pdy spawn method. So now we need to do some local immersion. One user, normal user, and so we can get the first flag. Okay. If you want, you can, for example, upload Nmap shell script to do the automatic immersion, but I don't think we can find anything exciting. So we just get the first flag. We need to get 3 flags, or we need to get a root shell ultimately. So how to do? Hold on. At early stage, we have already found another IP address. This one. So next time, I'd like to, make a map scanning with this IP address. So we can use ProxyChains and a map, and we can specify the IP address. I do not know whether this time the Nmap can work with ProxyChains well or not. But anyway, now we can specify the port number. Like, I just want to save time of this video. Press enter. I don't think it works fine. So this is just the issue. And as before, so how to do? We can use the ProxyChains, and with Q, Q quiet means the progress message will not be displayed. And Metasploit console, press enter, and we can search one auxiliary module which can help us to scan the target. Okay. Of course, possibly you will not encounter such a problem with a map in combination with ProxyChains. So we can search auxiliary and TCP scan, and I think 25 is what I'm looking for, and we can show options. We can set the ports to like 22, 80, 443, and remote host to be, so which one? 0.1. Press enter. Let's run it. So the port number is open, 22 is open, 443 is also open, 80 is open. So now I think we can exit from Metasploit console. I think now we can close up the existing browser, because I'd like to open up fresh one. ProxyChains and Firefox. Press enter. So now we can access this address. Press enter. And because the port number 443 is open as well, so we can access it at the same time. Press enter. So CRM logging, but we do not know what type of this CRM, and we can try to use admin to log in, but it doesn't work. Sorry. And also we can try to use the login bypass technique, password or anything, login. Oh, even we are logging to the application. Interesting. So I think we can, use SQLmap to dump data from the database, because this application is vulnerable. Also, if you can try to use forgot, for example, maybe let me not open page source and go to the network. We can put admin submit, and then we can get a request. So I'd like to make SQL injection testing against this post form. Okay, but I think this also can work on the login form as well. So the AT port number is running something usual. I don't think we can find any vector. So now we can launch the SQL map, and of course we need to use ProxyChains and SQL map. Let me autocomplete this command. Of course, you can get the payload of the request from here. You can simply copy this payload and paste over here with option of data. And so now we can get the databases on the target. Do you want to use? No problem. So there are two available databases. So I want to retrieve how many tables in this database, tables, and we can press enter. And admin, if you want, you can dump all data, but to save time, I'd like to, dump this data, so we can use uppercase T to specify the table name and dump and batch. Okay, and we can get some kinds of username and password, because just now we know that this IP address is running SSH. So maybe next we can try to use this username and password to SSH to the target. So ProxyChains, and you can, for example, but I think this is most suspicious or most interesting because it's domain name. I think this should be local or the guy who works for the company, right? And this is the password. So I like to SSH, ProxyChains. So also I think we do not need to have the progress message. So now let's press enter, and we can copy its password from here. Fantastic. Now we can get the second flag without any problem. Next, we can try to see whether this user can run sudo, not, and then we can run find. We want to I want to find any bundle with SUID bit, but nothing here. So next, I think I would like to upload Nmap shell script to the target, and I've already got this script ready. And in order to upload this script or this file to the target, we can simply set up the web server on the Linux. Now we can use wget and Nmap, and we need to make it executable, and then we can run it to see whether we can find out some vectors which can help us elevate privilege. All right, I think it's almost done. I have noticed something which is highlighted in yellow and red color. Let's find it. Let's locate it. The section which caught my yes. So files with capabilities. So PHP cap set your ID. So I think now we can take the advantage of PHP to elevate privilege. And the question is how to do it. We can go to GTF Obim's website and we can simply run these commands. We can copy and paste over here. Of course, I think we need to get its absolute path of this PHP in case there are several versions of PHP. We can copy from here, and now we can copy the later part of this command. Press enter. I think it's working. As you can see, the ID is root. So now we can navigate to root directory to grab the final flag. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.